in the episode. It's time to move on to the bigger, better news we used to enjoy. Forgot. It's always been terrible. Hey, Canada. My deepest condolences, and I hope you're all doing okay. Not to make it always about us, but I'm guessing you're a little less numb to these things in America. What with all the laws you have and the less gun violence. Oh, I guess not, actually. Apparently, you also have a problem up there. Even with your precious gun laws. Take that, you liberal... say again? Smuggling them from the United States. That checks out. Okay. Well, we are, after all, a festering gut shot on the continent. Huh? I'm doing okay, thanks. You know, just getting through each day, keeping busy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I can't really... I'm doing it right now. Everyone is watching me, so... Okay, that's great. Listen, I have to go, and I will. Okay, thank you. I know. I love you too. This is really great. Okay, thank you, Mom. Goodbye. Sorry about that. I mean, you know how it is. Doing bits for no good reason in this segment about terrible gun violence, where, like, my mom also gives me news updates. Wasn't it like an ear spider last week? All right, hey. On this same awful subject, something you might have also missed is, remember that racist spree shooter who, like, you know, probably, like, loved 8chan and was radicalized online and had beliefs that aligned with a lot of conservative talking points? No, not that one. Not that one either. No, not him. It's too far back. No, not that one. Not that one. Keep going. Not that one. No, not that. Wait. Go back. That's the one. Well, just last March, he changed his court plea to guilty in what was seen as an unexpected turn of events, which will likely result in a life sentence in prison. I wonder if he realized that he wasted his life doing irreversible and unforgivable things because a bunch of dummies on the internet don't understand that the natural evolution of a multicultural world isn't some kind of white genocide. Like, if your big conspiracy theory is that we're getting less white people because of a gradual intermingling with other races and cultures, and over time might naturally assimilate with them because we all get along and like f***ing each other, then I don't know, maybe look into the chemtrails or something, because your conspiracy hobby sucks.
Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like. From Virginia to California, we see stark examples of how radically, in some ways, the country has changed.
What the f*** are you talking about, Laura? Are you complaining that we didn't get to vote on which races exist in our country? Is that a thing you want to be able to do? Anyway, thanks for injecting white genocide theories that have caused very real acts of violence into your mainstream news program. That's great. Great work, you Nazi mannequin. What am I even talking about? Mass shootings, that's right. Yeah, really feels good to get back to normal news again. Anyway, on the bright side, the month of March was the first March without a school shooting since 2002, which is great news. Or it's kind of great news. Or it's not like really good news because there's no school shootings because schools are closed because of the corona. Can't trick me into saying it. Not going to say it. Nice try, news, you old curse on my brain, draining my life essence as you watch and jack off. Oh, also, that story about March being the first non-shooting March only counts if you ignored this shooting, this shooting, this shooting, this shooting, this shooting, this shooting, and this shooting. So no, that story, which was reported by major news networks, is not true and can be debunked easily by a Snopes intern Googling the words gun plus school plus March. Holy Christ, you guys. This has been a special segment called That Good News You Heard That Wasn't Very Good to Begin With is actually false, and therefore not even in the ballpark of good news, and is in fact bad news. You're welcome. All right, so we're nice and warmed up with shootings. Let's just get all the shitty stuff out of the way. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and apologize right now. This one isn't exactly going to be a blast. Rarely do we get to see the headline, "Everyone's pretty fine right now. Enjoy the day." So when we're already so stressed out about what's happening in the world, adding more news to that isn't always helpful. But also, it's like, in the name of the show, I don't know what you thought you were going to get. But if it makes you feel any better, it may be comforting to remember that no, this current pandemic that shall not be named, it's not going to kill us after all. It's climate change that's going to do that. You were thinking of climate change. Checking in with the thing that will actually kill us once this other thing is over. Aw, yeah! Strap in, folks! Really, you should hold on to something because there are f***ing tornadoes everywhere. Super not great that this spittle spread pandemic is happening right at a time where a large population survival dependency is tied to huddling together with strangers in a closed-off bunker. But to be fair and balanced, TM, GH7, medical droid from Revenge of the Sith, the science isn't actually all that clear about how climate change is affecting tornadoes. But that's mostly because, have you tried to study a tornado? You gotta make a whole big canister filled with little sensors and then somehow deploy those into the funnel, or suck zone, as the experts call it. And like, maybe it's too light and you can't get it in there, so you have to strap it onto like your truck, and then your fiance realizes you still have feelings for your ex-wife and leaves you, but she's also okay with it, I guess, because she wasn't really that well developed of a character to begin with, and man, watch out for those hubcaps. So it's complicated, but tornado patterns are changing and gradually shifting to less expected and more populated areas of the US. And it's a, pretty good guess that it's climate change related. And while the East Coast is going to have an excess of water flying every which way, the West Coast is going to have, not that. Thanks to definitely climate change, a newly released study has analyzed 1,200-year-old tree rings to conclude that the 2000 to 2019 drought was the second driest 19-year period since 800 CE, and fits the pattern of a continuing drought, as in a future of more and more terrible droughts, comparable to prehistoric times, but now worse because of climate change. Man, of all the things we could have brought back from 800 CE, we chose dry weather. We could have had, like, Charlemagne or something. Given him his own Fox News show, he'd do great. Yelling about the Saxons and people saying happy holidays. Anyway, maybe start saving water is my point, I think. Or like, let's make having water be a right. Apparently medicine is too expensive, but surely we could decide to do water. Anyway, the Earth is trying to kill us. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, we started it, sure, and by God, we're gonna end it! Starting with killing off the insects, apparently. Because an also recent analysis gathering 166 other long-term studies just concluded that the insect population has dropped almost 25% thanks to pollution and pesticides and all the other awesome stuff we do. But hey, I'm sure we don't need insects, and getting rid of them won't cause some kind of catastrophic result that I'm not going to Google or anything like that. And if it makes you feel better, there are parts of the world that have too much of the insects. Like in Somalia, where they are currently dealing with a locust swarm. Super fun, not at all an omen or anything like that. So which is it? Lamestream media, are there not enough insects or too many insects? Get your facts straight. Oh, and the Great Barrier Reef is getting bleached again this year, because maybe it heard the president said that can cure viruses, huh? Zing! Guys, I think I might be depressed. This is a real banger of a start for our news you missed video. But I did apologize, so it's kind of your fault at this point, and frankly, I'm not sure I'll be able to forgive or fully trust you. Okay, well, we're warmed up from our last warm-up, in that our internal temperature is gradually rising. Like the planet's temperature. Might as well switch over to politics in our ongoing segment, The Politics Hovel, 2020 edition. Classic segment graphic, just like old times. So, what's new in the world of politicking? Right. So, darn. Bernie suspended his campaign, all official-like, endorsed Joe. And that's
Bernie, as Jill and I told you and Jane, we're deeply grateful to both of you. We have, you've put the interests of this nation and the need to beat Donald Trump above all else. And for that, Jill and I are grateful.
It's rough, but we thank him. Thank you, Bernie. You're a good man. And you changed the party, and like your ideas were good, actually, is what we're now saying after you've suspended your campaign. Like it's a shame, how your campaign failed because of things you did and not like the media comparing you to Hitler